Keith, obviously with a freshman quarterback, they seem to be a little bit limited what they were going to be able to do offensively. How quickly did you guys kind of see that?
Well, we studied a lot of film this week and studied a lot of tendencies they do. They have a young team, but they got a bright future ahead of them with the quarterback. He's young, so he'll progress later on in the season.
But did you know that they didn't have the same passing attack they've had? How quickly did you guys know that they were going to be able to throw the ball like they normally do?
Well, we have confidence in our defense and our defensive coordinator, Coach Grendel. So when we go out there, we feel like we can stop anybody, really. It's not really about what the team does, it's about what we do.
Last several games, the offense has come out on fire. They scored 21 points. Everything's different. This game, 7 points. Defense had to step up early. What was said on the sideline? What was the sideline like? What was the defensive huddle like?
Well, you're going to have those games. Offense will have our back and defense will have offense back. Like Coach Petrino says all the time, hold the rope. Don't let the rope fall. You got to back your brother up. So, it doesn't matter what the next team does. It's about us, and we're a team. So.
52-7, and then they come back and score a few touchdowns. Is that frustrating to you? I mean, it wasn't all on the first team, right?
Oh no, it's a whole team effort. It's on the whole team. We got to go back and watch the film. That's too many points for a team to score. Even if the starters was out of the game, we don't expect no drop off when the second team go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Keith, you guys come out in that first, I think you held them to like under 100 yards in the first half. Just the intensity. A lot of people were talking in the media. We're talking about next week already. How did you keep the focus on this week?
Well, you got to take it one game at a time. You can never look too forward. Because Marshall wasn't a bad team. We could have easily went in here. Just put our heads down and try to get the Clemson next week. But we got to take each and every week, game by game. That's what good teams do. So.
Now, what do you think about next week?
It's going to be a good one.
Keith, I think pretty much every Louisville fan in the country held their breath on that series when Lamar went back in the game. While you're watching from the sideline, do you think you and the other defensive guys were thinking the same thing? I hope he doesn't turn an ankle or something back in this blowout?
Well, I think that every time Lamar runs, hopefully nothing doesn't happen. But, that was just Coach B, being aggressive. We're not letting up, and he wanted to finish on a good note, and that's what we did. So.
How does Lamar's confidence trickle down to the rest of you guys?
I mean, it's great, just to see him progress from freshman last year and then how he's progressed this year. We saw flashes of it last year, but it's really built on the team. The offense is backing him up and the defense is backing him up as well. So, I mean, it's helping the whole team.
I mean, even the way he talks to us, every time you ask him any sort of question on his performance, he says he has an F or a D, and he says, if anybody doubts him, he's got to go out there and show them. I mean, that he's not arrogant or cocky, but pretty confident guy. Does that help you guys at all to know that the guy leading the huddle, leading the team is confident in not only himself but everybody else?
I mean, that just shows how much he thinks of himself. He knows when he could do better. He even talks to Teddy, and he tells him how he does in the game. He grades him out, C, D, or whatever they think. Obviously nobody else thinks he has a D, but it be the little things that you see when you're in the game. So.
He said F tonight. Yeah. Is that an F game?
I have to talk with Lamar. I'm not on the offense side of the ball. He probably saw some things, being the quarterback and the captain of the offense, so he probably saw some things that we didn't see.
For you guys to get a couple of turnovers, just talk about that for the defense, and Devontae got a pick. I mean, just talk about getting a couple turnovers.
I mean, that's big. Anytime we can go out there and get turnovers, that's big for the defense. Coach Grantham and them always preach it, try to get turnovers, win the turnover battle. And 9 times out of 10, you'll come out winning the game if you win a turnover battle, And that was a big play that Fields had as well, and Hearns with the strip sack as well. So.
What do you think about the play of Hearns so far this season? It seems like he comes up with one of those plays almost every game.
Hearns is a great player. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, and he always showed flashes, but, he had injuries early in his career when we first came in. Finally people are starting to see what he can do on the field, so I'm very happy for him.
He's got a mean streak in him, doesn't
he? He does. He has a lot of mean streak in him.
Keith, what do you think about that you guys have gotten to this point to where this game is coming up will be, you all just played like the national game of the week last week, but now you're going to do it again, and even bigger stakes coming up. What do you feel like getting to be a part of this game?
It's just another game to us. We're not going to hype it up to be something bigger than what it is. We got to go out there. We're going to treat them like we treated the last 3 games, including tonight with Marshall. Take it game by game and go out there and do what we've been doing.
Do you expect this one to be the hardest game so far?
I wouldn't say hardest. You know, I know what we can do as a team, so I expect us to go out there and do the same thing we've been doing, just play hard.
What have you learned about your team on these 2 road trips?
A lot of maturity level, you know, as a team. You know, last year we had the ups and downs. You know, we had a young team. This year we're really showing our maturity level. We're going on the road, you know, handling our business like professionals, as Coach Petrino would say, and it's really starting to show.